Hey everybody, how is it going today? It's been a pretty lovely Sunday so far. I'm sitting here in my kitchen. We just got back. We went off to a baby shower today, and they had a bunch of men and women. It was kind of like a diaper party baby shower thing. I just wanted to share with everybody here, real quick. This is stuff that I won at a game. I want to give you guys a tip. So if you ever get invited to a baby shower, diaper party, whatever, so this is for the men out there. There might be a game. There's a game that they might play, right? Where you blow up a balloon and you put the balloon underneath your shirt, and they might ask you to take off your shoes for whatever reason. So anyway, so the game is you have to put your shoes back on with, you can use your hands, whatever, but you have to get the balloon out from underneath your t-shirt without using your hands. Like, you have to put your hands behind your back and whatever. But then you're not allowed to get up from a chair. You have to stay sitting. So the key to that is bending over. Like, lift your legs up to push the balloon up towards your chest and grab your t-shirt with your teeth, and you pull your t-shirt up. And you just kind of keep pulling your t-shirt up with your teeth, and just keep going further and further down, and eventually you'll get the balloon out from underneath your shirt, because you're just gradually lifting up your shirt. That's the trick to win. And so with that, I managed to win some Crown Royal apple flavored whiskey, and a drinking glass, and a beef stick, which I can eat tomorrow. My wife is very proud of me. She's very proud of me.
We gamers. It's what we do.
Exactly. Huh, pumpkin babies. Huh. Got the baby girl here. Got the little baby girl here. All pets everybody here, but yeah, so I wanted to share that with everybody real quick. Just give you a pro tip. But so wanted to talk about a little bit about comic books and stuff, what's going on this Sunday, and that Umbrella guy, he was talking about how does everybody feel about buying Marvel stuff? Like, do you guys buy old Marvel stuff, old trades, old collections, and that? Yeah, so when it comes to that kind of stuff, you know what, I like to buy all that old. I like to buy the old stuff a lot. Like, most of the time secondhand, or I'll buy it from stores, because most local comic book shops, they've already paid for the book, so it's already there on their shelf. So I'll just buy it. I'll buy stuff from them, but a lot of the time I'll buy secondhand from stuff. The only companies that I really buy, like, because I really made more of a jump to digital, and I'm not so much on the physical side anymore. I'm kind of more digital comic book guy. I've made the hop. I made the hop mostly just because of space and being limited on space. But yeah, when it comes to buying trades and stuff, yeah, you know what? I mean, the only company that I'm good with collecting currently, like more up-to-date stuff, up-to-date issues, trades and stuff, is really just DC and Dark Horse. It's just those two. I love Hellboy and BPRD and all of Mignola's stuff. I really, really dig him, and DC stuff. So when it comes down to those kinds of guys, that's what I do. So if any of you didn't catch his live stream, what do you guys do? Like, what do you guys collect? Do you are you still buying current stuff? Do you prefer to, or are you protesting the new stuff because creators are trash and modern comic books are trash, so you're just kind of going back and just rereading old stuff that you haven't read before, or just stuff that you have, but recollecting it? Tell me what you think about that. Trying to think of what else happened. We saw who is it? Rodriguez's butthole on Ethan's Twitter page there, and and he made a video about it. You know, it's like I click on it hoping that it's not porn, but it turned out to be porn. What else we got going on? Doug Tenapol, Nepal. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Had a little bit of a conversation with him. He seems like a pretty good. He seems like a pretty good guy. I think what everybody was telling him this morning or last night, I don't remember. I think it was this morning. Or was it yesterday morning? I don't know, man. Days are a blur. When you're a parent and you're sick, man, the days are a blur. I think things are gonna blow over. Any of his drama is gonna blow over, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal. But it's cool to find out that the guy who's tied into video games and TV and comic books is, he's on our side. So it's cool stuff like that. It's cool. It's little things like that that's cool to find out. But honestly, I don't really care about any of his extra stuff. I liked Earthworm Jim, and I watched the cartoon quite a bit when I was a kid. I had friends that were bigger into Earthworm Jim than I was, because we were too broke growing up. So I never got to own it until I was a lot older. I ended up getting the Earthworm Jim Game Boy Advance game. The port. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. The port to the Game Boy Advance. That's how I got it. That's how I've been playing it. So, but it's a fun game. I've always liked it. I always thought it was really cool. I always wanted some of the action figures, but at that time I think by the time the action figures came out, I was getting a little too old for action figures at that point. Or I felt a little too old for them. I kind of liked them, but kind of didn't. And it was just kind of weird. I was mostly just into Power Ranger stuff. Which, I've always been into Power Rangers, but I've just been getting rekindled with them lately. The Boom comics have been pretty good. Sorry, I know this is a bit of a rambly video. I just wanted to share really just wanted to share a win with everybody else, to share this major win situation. Ollie Stores. I didn't get to make a video of it because I was really busy with the kid when we were going through the store. But Ollie Stores have comic book wall art and video game wall art. So if you go check out your local Ollie's, they may have some, but it's really, they have the really cool pictures, like what do you call it? Not a lithograph. Maybe a lithograph. Whatever it's the type of picture where when you kind of move it around, it has like a minor animation to it. But they had a really cool one with Superman. There's a bunch of bullets coming towards him, and as you move it, the bullets get closer to him. It looks really cool. They had some Legend of Zelda ones that were really cool looking too, with a handful of Marvel ones. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you have a local Ollie's. Go check them out. It looked like our Ollie's here finally got rid of all their comic books. I think they shipped them out. Maybe they shipped them off to a different location. That was kind of a surprise. I don't know if any of you have an Ollie's near you, but or if you did, I don't know if any of you checked it out. But Ollie's for months had DC comics and Zenoscope comics. And just recently a bunch of Marvel stuff, like old backstock from Diamond, books that they couldn't sell. Which, speaking of, when people complain about how Comicsgate, doesn't like minority characters, the vast majority of the books that were there at Ollie's, because they were books that couldn't sell, it was Lady Thor and Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel and all the SJW superheroes. They had nothing but pretty much those books. So it just goes to show you, that stuff just doesn't sell. And my local Ollie store, they started off with really, really big stacks, but then they just kind of slowly kind of started to dwindle down a little bit, but they were still big, they had maybe 25 copies of Miss Marvel, and I think by the time they got rid of them, I think they were down to 20, 18, something like that, between 18 and 20. So, hey man, I mean those characters don't sell. They just don't. They don't sell. And we can't. There's nothing to really explain about that. But I mean, how's everybody's weekend going? Looking forward to seeing what happens in the rest of the week. This tide of anti-comics gate is it's starting to rise, guys. So it's gonna be interesting for probably the next couple of weeks. Let's see where things go. Just everybody get out. Just make sure that everyone is on their best behavior for at least maybe the next couple. Like really be on your best behavior for the next couple of weeks. Really be gentle with everybody. Try not to. Definitely don't make fun of anybody. Don't be outrageous. Don't let them get under your skin. It's what they're trying to do. They're really just trying to get under your skin, so you get mad and you react, and then they get to write their articles and cherry pick us and do all that dumb shit. So don't do it. Keep it together, everybody. Keep it together. So I think with that, I'll just cut it off here for everybody, and I'll make another video hopefully tomorrow or the next couple of days, and we'll discuss something. I think maybe I'll do a question video. I got some stuff. Maybe I didn't get to do one when Steve Ditko died. I just got really busy in my personal life, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to do the research and the dress up and all of that, and actually sit down and make a video. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe that's I'll take some time out and I'll get that done. But I got to write up at least some little bullet point notes and what I want to talk about when I do it. So I guess I look forward to that. Maybe I'll do an Animal Man one. I showed you guys my costume. Maybe I'll do it. I'll just make sure I stay sitting, because I haven't been able to go to the gym in like 2.5 weeks, man. I've been this whatever's been going around. I don't know if you guys have it in your town, but my town has been getting hit with this weird, like, just chest cold, flu, sinus infection, garbage. I don't know, like. I mean, I don't know if it's been hit, like I said, I don't know if it's been hitting you guys, but it hit my town really hard. Like, everyone across the board has been sick and miserable, so, yeah, I mean, comment down below. I mean, if you could, please just comment down below, like, what's some topics that people are interested in talking about? Like, what's something that no one else is talking about that you want to talk about? And we'll make a video about it. Like, I'll give my thoughts on it, or if any of you guys have some free time over a weekend, hit me up, and we can live chat. Because like when it comes to like Ethan and all those guys, they usually only like to live chat if you have a project going on, which is okay. I think We Love Comics. What was it, Angleteen? I think Angleteen, he's been pretty good about just, helping out new upcomers. Like, he'll invite them onto his show and talk with them, whether you have a project or not. And I really like that. And there was another YouTuber, I can't remember his name. I haven't seen anything out of him lately. But I really liked his approach, and it was I think he had a Patreon, but I might be mistaken. He might not have had one. But he doesn't do Twitter. He doesn't do Snapchat. He doesn't do other social medias for his brand. He just wants everybody to comment on his videos, and then that way, that from there, have the conversation. And I really like that, because I'll tell you, Twitter, like, constantly hearing about Ethan's Twitter and Richard's Twitter, it's kind of just hit the wall, as far as I'm concerned. It gets really annoying listening to them complain about Twitter all the time. And I know a lot of them go, "Oh, I quit Facebook." Well, I know Facebook can be just about as drama bomb as that. So, yeah, just, you know, I prefer to have most of my conversations here, unless you've joined the Facebook group that I'm also an admin into, Daily Nexus Comics on Facebook. We can talk there if you guys, like, just comment on one of my posts. I'm usually about 3 a.m. and 10 a.m. on there. You guys are free to comment on there. If you ever catch any of my videos, go join that group. So, but yeah, you know, I think that's what, I mean, that'd probably help. So I'm no longer just rambling into a phone by myself. Even my wife is shaking her head.
So. No, I didn't say nothing.
She's shaking her head.
I said nothing.
Yeah, you don't have to say nothing with your mouth. You say it with your head. So, all right, now I'm going to let everybody go. Later, guys.